The most important factor in firefighting is the supply of water. After years of research and field trials, Fire Research Corporation, using a new technology, has developed a microprocessor pump pressure governor that will assist the pump operator to fully control the pump. There have been control systems on the market for years, relief valves and pressure governors. The relief valve can only correct for an overpressure and not for an underpressure situation. The other governors on the market only control discharge pressure and cannot compensate for poor water supply situations. To correct for these problems, a modern pump governor has been developed which must have the following characteristics. 1. It must be compatible with the present pump operations. Fire Research Corporation, working very closely with both career and volunteer fire departments, developed a system that will work with all the various pump operations and tactics in use today. It can only make your operation easier and more reliable. 2. It must maintain a constant discharge pressure. After a pressure is dialed in, the engine speed will be adjusted by the Fire Research Governor to maintain that pressure regardless of how many lines are opened or closed if the incoming pressure varies. 3. It must maintain discharge flows with limited water supply. The Fire Research Pump Pressure Governor is the only governor on the market today that can control the discharge pressure, the RPM, and can also compensate for a limited water supply. The Fire Research Governor is able to compensate for insufficient water supply by lowering the discharge pressure until there is a steady supply of water without cavitation or intake hose collapse. It will actually supply as much water as it possibly can without running away from the water supply. The system is able to accomplish this regardless if you're getting your source of water from the tank, relay, drafting, or from a hydrant. This system will give the chief a feeling of confidence that has never been available to him before, since he now knows he will not exceed his available water supply. If the water supply is available, the Fire Research Governor will supply every drop of water at the desired pressure. This new Fire Research Governor has a simple dial that allows the pump operator to dial in the required pressure. When a pressure is dialed in, the engine speed is adjusted to obtain the desired pressure. This governor is equivalent to a superbly trained pump operator, but the major difference is that it is on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it never takes its eyes off the pump. If your pump operator has a Fire Research Governor to help him operate the pump, he will have additional time to perform his many other duties, such as setting up his water supply, help change bottles, maintaining fire-ground communications, and help out in emergency situations. As any firefighter will tell you, when a system is stretched to the limit, such as when 2 or more lines are being fed a pressure of 150 psi, and one nozzleman decides to shut his nozzle, or if the incoming pressure suddenly increases, a dangerous surge will be felt through the rest of the lines. This surge can be extremely hazardous to the men who are working on the lines, and it can be more dangerous to someone working off of a ladder. The pump operator must constantly watch and react instantly if there is a surge in the lines. A pump pressure governor is always watching and controlling. The pump pressure governor, which automatically responds to any changes in the incoming or discharge pressure, is a tremendous help to the firefighters as well as the pump operator. We would like to take a moment to explain our very simple control panel. The control panel has a switch, so you can select either pressure control or RPM control. This can be important if you're using the same engine to simultaneously run the water pump, hydraulic pump, or a generator. This is a feature unique to Fire Research Corporation governors. This is the dial that allows you to set the pressure as required. These 2 push-button switches give you electrical override capabilities over the electronics. There are 2 status lights on the top of the panel. This status light will come on if the incoming supply is being overrun and more water is required than is available. This light will indicate that the system is now regulating using the incoming supply as a base and is not maintaining the desired discharge pressure, but is doing the best it can under the circumstances given. The other status light, if it is illuminated, indicates that the system is limiting the engine RPM to a maximum safe speed, thus preventing engine damage while supplying an adequate flow of water to the nozzleman. If either of these two status limit lights is illuminated, the pump operator knows that the system is operating under a restriction and constant vigilance must be maintained. This governor, which will meet all the requirements of a complete pump control system, has been field tested in both career and volunteer fire departments, both in the United States and abroad. With over 5 years of total test time, the unit has been proven to be remarkably reliable, responsive, and there when a pump operator has needed it. This is the system you require on your pump now. It is compatible with all engines, gas, diesel, or electronic, such as DDEC 2, and can be installed quickly and easily. This is the control panel box. Next is the engine control unit, and these are the three sensors: the discharge pressure sensor, the incoming pressure sensor, and the RPM sensor. These can all be installed in a few hours with all the wiring supplied. This governor, which is available through our sales offices worldwide, can be specified on your new apparatus or can be purchased through your authorized fire research dealer for installation on your present pumper. Within a few hours, you will have an automated pumper that will give the fire chief a feeling of confidence he has never had before. Thank you.